India is an agrarian country with around 50% of people depending directly or indirectly upon agriculture. Nowadays, the problem of farmer suicides is one of the vital concerns that need to be addressed by the governments. The farmers who were happy yesterday may be driven by some external pitiable conditions today to commit suicides tomorrow. In 2014, the National Crime Records Bureau of India reported 5,650 farmers committed suicide. The highest number of suicides were recorded in 2004 when 18,241 farmers were committed suicide. The average Indian farmer does not have any basic education and there are only 53 agriculture universities in India. If we compare our Indian farmers with the US farmers, they are mostly educated and they will probably have specialized in some area of agriculture college. If we ask peasants and farm laborers a simple question, would you like your kid to become a farmer? The answer will be hardly yes across the continent. After finishing class 10 or class 12, we are guiding our children to pursue mainly engineering or medical streams because we feel that there is a lot of scope in those streams. But we never motivate our children to choose agriculture stream because we feel that there is little scope, no proper infrastructure, no preference for the development of agriculture universities by the government, and finally no attractive salaries. In early days, people preferred agriculture by choice and yielded crops to a large extent and felt so much proud. But nowadays, people prefer agriculture not by choice but as a last option after going through all jobs just like a teaching field where we hunt for several high-paying jobs and if we do not find any job, then we move to the agriculture field or to the teaching field. I am here to discuss about this visually impaired suicide issue of farmers. Now speaking about all these issues, the first one is unsatisfactory realization of price. So there is no common market for selling the crops that yielded by the farmers and there is no separate government price regulating committee and all the private stakeholders are looting the farmers by fixing low prices to their crops. The second issue is quality of seeds, fertilizers and pesticides. Good quality seeds and hybrid seeds are not being sold in open markets. Duplication of seeds along with fertilizers and pesticides are being increased. We are witnessing duplicate seed mafia regularly somewhere in our great India. The third issue is irrigation facility. There are a lot of hectares of barren land because of lack of water. Since many years, the Indian agriculture depends on rainfall and every year our Indian farmers wait for monsoons to arrive to cultivate their crops. Now, when there is no adequate rainfall, we witness a large area of drought land and sometimes no enough water even for animals to feed their thirst. The fourth issue is lack of motivation. If a student opts for some agriculture course, his neighbors treat him with contempt. They mock him like saying, "Hey Sita, look at this fellow. He has opted some agriculture course which has no scope in the future." So there is no encouragement for even students and farmers, no good price for the crop being yielded by the farmer, no suggestions, no awareness program regarding the cultivation of crop depending on the type of soil and no advisory body for suggesting or advising him the fertilizers and pesticides for every crop being sown. A large number of diverse stakeholders influence the India's policy on farmers' rights. There are various charges being paid by a farmer for selling their crop from the place where it yielded to the marketplace like transportation charges, labor charges, some additional stakeholder charges summing up to minimum 10 to 50% of the price being paid for the crop, which is very insufficient for the farmer to sustain his livelihood and to pay fees for his children and to satisfy other social evils, dowry. So what can be done to see smile on a farmer's face? In our Indian society, an employee is treated with great grandeur, but a farmer is treated with contempt. Every grain eaten by every person on planet Earth is yielded by a farmer. Everything, whatever we put in our mouth, is the result of numerous efforts made by a farmer. While wasting food, we do not realize the quantity of sweat dropped behind. So we are more concerned with the taste rather than the pain felt by the farmer for producing those food grains. Now, speaking about the remedial measures, the first thing is let us introduce a new branch in every college, naming it as agriculture engineering, and let us motivate our children to reach greater heights by creating new machinery in agriculture stream for the development of agriculture sector in our country. And the second thing is abolition of all private stakeholders in agriculture markets and all the price mechanisms should be faithful as well as acceptable to almost all the farmers. In India and many other developing nations, there is no concept of a farmer pricing his own product. But to protect a farmer's interest, the government must announce a minimum support price. The fourth thing is an awareness committee should be formed at every Gram Panchayat level to monitor agriculture crops, quality of seeds, fertilizers, soil and pesticides. The fifth thing is a central government appointed vigilance officer should be there at every mandal level to suggest the crop to be grown every year depending upon the type of soil, climatic conditions and the availability of water. And the last thing is that the central vigilance officer should fix price for each specific crop per acre in every year, and that amount should be paid to that farmer irrespective of the loss or gain to the government at every harvest.
There are two great powers in the world. One is the farmer and another is the teacher.
The government has recently hiked the salaries of teachers by recognizing their efforts in producing strong youth physically and mentally. But the government is not increasing the price of the products of farmers, so let the government recognize the effort of the farmers and do justice to them.